Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to DC Universe Online. I am, of course, Trex, and we're doing a different point of view for here in Forces of Solitude 1, The Chasm. This is actually coming from the controller side, my Feet Hunter character. He is now a quantum controller with the release of DLC 7, and it's been a really big hoopla. I really do like the powers of quantum. It's pretty fun. So some of this is actually going to be, the trash I should say, is going to be increased by 150%. The boss fights are going to be at normal speed, so I can make sure I actually talk about everything. But, you know, I don't like just doing like normal boss fights. I actually like showing you the entire raid. I will increase the speed as much as possible to get through it fast, and at the same time I'm whimsical. I can be whimsical, huh? Yeah, whimsical, that's a word. Yeah, look it up in Urban Dictionary. It's let's go with Webster's. We can go with Webster's. So here we're just going through our normal trash here in the Chasm. It's just, this is how fast we actually normally go without the 150%. I mean, you should see us just booking it non-stop. So let's talk about my party makeup a little bit. We have Maki as our healer, Ruby Spears, DPS, Madeline, one of our other controllers. We have Shin as a DPS, Plutonian Ice as our tank. We have Arc is our other controller, and Terrible Theo is another tank. Terrible Theo is actually main tanking this. We have Ice and Madeline are both new members, and we're just giving them a nice little run through in here because they need the gear. Technically, I need the gear too. I just need the marks. You know, yeah. So we're gonna have ourselves a good time. That's why you actually see 3 controllers: myself, Arc, and Madeline. We're just doing our normal stuff. Now, Arc is actually the stronger controller. All right, I can just say that now. He is the stronger controller. That's why you don't see me doing power over time. When you have multiple controllers in a group, I mean, we went with 3 because we're trying to help Matt. We're helping Maddie out. It's okay. So we went ahead and stuck with Arc doing power over time, and Madeline and myself are doing instant power. All right, and I'm also doing my debuff stuff. So it's how I roll. So actually, we're getting close into our boss fight, so I can go ahead and talk about what my loadout is. Now, I'm actually missing my power over time, like I said, it's because we have Arc doing it, and he's perfectly fine with that. So, and at the same time, apparently Epi wants to throw me in a trade to get Samaj back. If you have played with Samaj, if you know Samaj in game, he's a pretty nice guy. We miss him. So here we're getting to the first boss fight, and I will go over the strategy for this boss fight as well. And we do, of course, wreck it. But I want to go over my loadout a little bit first. First up is Gravity Well. I want my power over time, so I went with Gravity Well. Nice little AoE, and it looks pretty. Temporal Extortion is my instant power ability, so that's why I'll be spamming non-stop. Next up is Quantum Tunneling. It's my escape route, and like it's always going to be in my loadout. I love him. I love that ability. It's great. All right, so here we are with the Sunstone Herald. All right, talking about more of my loadout. Singularity is next. Is my defense debuff. Alcubary Wave is my damage debuff, and then Event Horizon is my supercharge. It's a bubble that gives power over time whenever enemies attack players who have that shield. So now let's talk about Sunstone Herald. Sunstone Herald, if you're in melee range, you need to be careful. All right, he will actually do a nice little spinning move after he does these 3 dodges, or 3 charges, I should say. He'll charge at you, powering up, and if you're in that blast, you're going to actually get hit pretty hard. Most of the time, if you have his ads surrounding him, he actually won't go that far, and most of the time, only the tank might get hit. You kind of want to be behind when he's actually doing that charge. After he does his charges, he'll do honestly, like a little ballerina move, where he fly up in the air, just doing melee damage all 360. Okay, so you just gotta watch out for that. As you see, you have ads coming up left and right. Actually, just skip the ads. The ads are just nothing but annoyance. If they're in your way, go ahead and kill them. But most of the time, you're actually going to stay on the Herald. After a while, the Herald's actually going to armor up, and he'll be a little bit more hard to go with, but you could still burn him down. Honestly, it's an easy boss fight. Just watch out for the 3 charges and his melee attack, and then you'll be fine. Just make sure to roll. Just keep on rolling. Okay. So as you see, my main job, along with Madeline, is to get instant power out. All right. I mean, no one's dropping in dire needs. Okay. There is none of that happening. So after a few, probably like maybe a minute. I'll go with a minute. Maybe after a minute, you'll see the Herald drop the armor, and you can just go burn him a little bit more. Once you see this imagery where he talks to himself, apparently, he's pretty much done. Just keep DPSing, and he'll be done. He'll be donezo. And booyah, you get your loot. Yay, loot! And what dropped for everybody? Healer boots, a tank hands, and a focus element level 2. Focus element 2. So like I said, this is really a league run, helping out our new members, get them some marks, get them a little bit of gear, and also the knowledge of how we raid in our league. Now I know a lot of you have been asking, how do we, what are my league requirements, all that good stuff. League requirements, I'm not really sure. I have been telling people to actually go over to go in game, and you're going to find ISIS, spelled YSES, or you're going to find Epidemic. We call Epi. It's EPIMEDIK. Just find ISIS or Epidemic, and they're the officers in charge of recruitment. You have to go through what they have to say. Don't go through me. I can't help you. I mean, they're really, unless I play with you and I talk to you nonstop on Whisper and we've done stuff together, I can't help you. And which is very, very a small group of people. So, booyah. Alright, so now after that, we're disabling the Brainiac defense system. We've already taken out one. We're heading to do the next one. It's just more trash. Really, how do you, people, I love Gravity Well. It's so great. Gravity Well is so good. Now, also remember, controllers, just because we're actually running with 3 does not mean we're not doing our job. We are definitely giving power over time, and we're also doing the debuffs as well. Luckily, with quantum controlling, I think I'm going to have to probably spec quantum controlling into more of a crowd control ability instead of just, unlike my normal vitalization power out stuff. That's normally what I do, but I'm going to have to probably change that now. Alright, so it's still going through trash. Glorious trash. Should have actually bumped this up to like 175, maybe. Jeez. Not blowing through it fast enough. Now, of course, you want to take out, DPS wants to make sure to take out the turrets first. The turrets do hurt a little bit, even if we have amazing healers, like we have Maki, who is, by the way, solo healing, and she's doing a fantastic job. Now, we are not hurt by the fact that we have 2 tanks. Like I said, Terrible CEO is our main tank, Ice is being our off tank, and he's being tank so he can actually understand how his tank role goes as an Ice character. They're both Ice characters, too. They're both learning as long as Madeline as well, and this is a great thing. This is exactly what leagues do. We run in, we destroy stuff and show our superiority, and we help our league mates try to understand their characters and understand their roles. I know right now I think we're probably looking for a little bit more healers. I've actually been leveling my healer up a little bit more, so you're actually going to probably see a little bit of point of view from a healer perspective, especially my electric healer, because that's all I have. So now we took out the 3rd defense system. We're actually heading over here to the 4th. The 4th defense system is actually the boss fight for Broodmother. There have been many a pugs who fail at this boss. This boss is not hard. This is not a hard raid. It is not. It's about understanding. The difficulty in any raid is understanding the boss fights and understanding what you're supposed to do. Now me, I really just go out there and just pew everything. Or maybe just like arrow because I'm using the bow. But it's not a hard boss fight. It is not. We're going over the strategies right now with all of our league mates over here on Vent. You're not here in Vent because I had to take out Vent. So here we go. Boss fight. The boss fight starts. The tank's going to start up, and you're going to have 3 of these big guys in their little cages. They're going to come out. The tank's job is to pick all 3 of them up. Now, you can destroy them all the way back down to their health, but they're just going to rise back up full health in a tank. That's your tank's job. Tank is to take them out. Or really just to keep a hold of them. Just entertain them. It's like, hey, we're having a party. Next after that, you're going to see random turrets pop up. Ignore the turrets. The turrets are not going to they're going to be an annoyance, but hey, we have an amazing healer. You should always have an amazing healer. Healers should always be on top of it and understand what they're doing. Next, everyone actually needs to focus, all DPS, even the controllers, we need to focus on the Sunstone Retrievers. Especially, remember, give them power out. Don't worry about debuffing these mobs. It's not a big thing. The reason that we have to take out the Retrievers is because they drop these little crystals. Those crystals need to be carried, not thrown. Carried, not thrown. They need to be carried over to the shield. The shield's going to knock. It's going to keep getting knocked down, and then Broodmother's going to come up. So we just keep popping out the shields, keep killing the Retrievers. Just keep killing them. I think there's actually 3 points that they actually spawn from. 3 spawns. Luckily, we're all staying in the middle, and we're just taking them out as they come to us. We are respected. Oh, look at there. Broodmother's already out. Woo! Once Broodmother's out, ladies and gentlemen, congratulations. This match is already over because she goes down like the prom date we all wish we had when we were in high school. You all know which one I'm talking about, huh? Little Sally over there? Yeah. And then I just get knocked over. Hi, Retriever! Really, once Broodmother comes out of her little cage, she is just a straight shot destroy fest. And that's the strategy. Tank needs to pick up the 3 big Guardians. DPS and controllers need to focus on those Retrievers. Take the Retrievers down, pick up the crystals, carry, not throw, carry over to the shield. Shield's down, boom, Broodmother's right there. Simple! Simple, pugs! Stop failing! I swear to God. If I have to take a leadership role in a pug, you know the pug is doing something wrong. It is wrong. Yes. Okay. After Broodmother, we're actually going to head over to the next boss. Now, I want everyone to actually stay on that pedestal until Superman goes to the cave to break it open. All right, there was a bug. There was a bug to it that had really, we all okay. So you have to be all center of attention, interrupting the guys' talk. Come on, can someone get her out of the way, please? She's ruining this. Just ruining this. Come on. Oh, now Theo wants to put his head in. Stop the flirting, guys. This is not that... Theo. This is not that time. See, this is what happens when women get into gaming. They just interrupt the guys talk, and all of a sudden the boss fight just wants to go ahead and start. Or at least the boss wants to get active. Great. That was awesome. Good job, Maddie. Good job. It was Ruby. Sorry. Ruby wanted to go ahead and just like, yeah, let's do this. So after the Broodmother fight, you're going to go straight into here, and we're going to see the next fight. This is the Scorpionoid. Scorpionod? Whatever. Alright, so once the Scorpionod comes up, the tanks are going to go ahead and pick up in there. Now the Scorpion will also grab a random party member, most likely in the melee range or anyone that's in range of him. Stab him, put him in a block of ice, and put him on the tail and use him as a weapon. Healers need to keep him up because he's going to take damage over time. Once he's out of it, he can go ahead and use a soda cola, trying to make sure everyone else stays around healing. Again, Maki's doing an amazing job healing by herself. Why? Because there's 3 controllers. Power is not an issue, even though everybody's kind of low on power, but as you see, I'm starting to spam again. Yay, spam! Yay! Once Scorpionide is down, oh, see, we're just like destroying him right now. Just destroying him. So, Scorpionide will go into Berserk mode. And that means he's just hitting faster. Now, once he goes buried underneath the ground, he's going to summon all these crystals are going to fall from the ground. We need to pick them up and throw them. Not carry. Throw them. Not carry. We need to throw them. Reason we need to throw them is because little burrs just spawn from all those crystals, and now there's just ads to take care of. Additional mobs. There's ads that we have to take care of that we need to get rid of before we go back to the boss. Now the boss is going to the ground, and at random spots he's going to pop his tail up and just start attacking. Just watch out for it. Roll away if you can. If you get hit, it's not going to be an issue. Just hopefully the healers are on top of it and just keeping it going. Keeping it going. Now there is a feat associated with this boss fight, that the fact that if you once the crystals are all down, if you can destroy every single crystal before they hatch, you get a feat. Now, this feat is really hard without a sorcery DPS or even a sorcery healer. They can use one of their abilities. I think it's actually transformation or something. I can't remember. I'm sorry. I'm lazy. They use one of their abilities and actually take out half a room. I've seen it done. I've seen it done, and it makes it a lot easier. So there you go. He'll do the crystal thing like twice, as you saw in this fight, and that'll be it. Now, of course, I'm asking. Thank you, by the way, devs, for allowing us to talk in chat while this thing is open. So, because I would like the back piece, because I would like the style. Now, if Maddie needs the gear, Maddie needs the gear, because I'll help my guys out first, and I won't worry about me. I haven't had the FOS 2 trinket for my tank for the longest, or the FOS trinket, until everybody else got it. And I'm like, anyone need it? Mind if I take it? Good, I'm taking it. So there you go. Next up is this small little bridge here. You have two turrets on the side, and you got mobs in the middle. The mobs in the middle go ahead and tank and destroy. DPS can go ahead and split off and just go ahead and start taking out the turrets. Now, once the guys in the center are down, another group of mobs are going to pop up. So don't go any further, folks. Stay right here to your tuning, loving DCUO channel, because there's more mobs. Yes, more. And really, this is... Nope. Try your best not to fall into the cavern either, because you will die, and we're not going to be able to come back and pick you up. Instead, you're going to have to release and come running all the way back. Now, once these mobs in this bridge are done, we move on to the next area, and the next area is actually more mobs. Forgot about that. That was almost boss fight time. Nah, we're almost there. Don't worry, kids. Don't worry. Now, people have always asked me what weapons are actually good for a controller. Well, I stay ranged because that's how I play. I honestly believe that the tanks are the only ones that need to be in melee for DPS. Hell, if you're DPS melee, I don't mind it. Just understand where you need to be. If a controller has a melee weapon, hey, I'm okay with that. Just understand where you need to be and what you need to do. I mean, we have a bunch of controllers that have actually went with one-handed, and they've just dominated. They've done their job. I can't complain about it. I can't complain if they did their job. I can't hate. Can't hate, son. So, I don't have a problem with anybody playing any weapon. Just know your role, know what you need to do, and have fun. I mean, hell, remember, you're talking to the guy who tanked with hand blasters. Earth tanked, mind you. And I did fine. It was rough, because it was a learning curve. But, I make it work. I make it work. Now, once these hunters and all these sunstone mobs are down, we can just keep pressing on, and we're going to actually be into the boss room for the last fight, the Sunstone Dominator. Now, the Sunstone Dominator has a feat attached to him, because he has control of crypto. The feat is, and it's simple, do not attack crypto. You can damage him, yeah, but if you actually knock him low enough and he's not going to be in control anymore, you're going to miss the feat, because you actually have to, the purpose of the feat is to, in fact, destroy the the Sunstone Dominator. Destroy the Dominator without having crypto released. Now, crypto does do annoying stuff where he'll come up and he'll blow on you and you freeze and smell the dog breath, and you just want to give him a kibbles and bit with a little mint. But other than that, just destroy the Dominator, or the Domineer. Tank and spank, guys. Tank and spank. I mean, literally, all you have to do in this fight is destroy the boss. You don't have to mess with the lightning bolt around you. You don't have to mess with crypto. Just kill the boss. And I mean, the guardians in those little sections over there, they're actually shooting laser beams and everything to damage. Or no, I'm sorry, they're in control of crypto. Sorry, they're in control of crypto. Ignore them. Ignore them! And then once you're done, there you go. Look at all those feats that everybody else got. Yes, feats. And a healer shoulders and a healer neck. And of course, focus element. So, there you go. Oh yeah, I got my aerial defender too. I might have to go put that on. I think Fee Hunter's gonna get a little dress time. Oh, that sounds weird. I'm sorry, that does sound weird. But taking up all my little Don't look at the... Stop worrying about the inventory, please. I'm a messy guy. What can I say? Well, my bags are messy. Everything else is neat. Like, clean... Well, not clean shaven. I am not. But there you go, ladies and gentlemen. There is your FOS1 coming from the point of view as a controller. Quantum controller, mind you. So, thank you all so much. Let's take a look at that scoreboard before we go. There it is. We completed the sucker in 25 minutes. I saved 5 minutes by increasing stuff. But thank you all so much for watching. I'll see you guys next time. FOS2 coming soon. Oh yeah.